Well, hello, hello, hello. This is Coach Shar. Welcome to my channel. And this channel is about my sister lock journey. It's about my personal journey. It's about my experiences with my hair. November 18th, 15th, somewhere around there will be my 3-year anniversary. And I do have a video I'm preparing to show you the journey, but today I'm just I'm just on to chit chat with you all, and just to say how happy I am to still be on this journey. I've tried some things. I tried knotted locks. I didn't feel they were for me, and so I've decided to not do knotted locks anymore. I do want to learn more about the sister lock process and method. I don't think I know enough about it. I think I've made a lot of comments about sister locks, and I really don't have the experience or the knowledge to talk about it with any kind of credibility. I can only tell you my experience with my hair. I can only tell you um, what I think and feel about what has transpired with my hair. I have, spent time speaking to my locticians. I've spoken, spent time speaking to people who tie knots in locks. I have, done research in terms of watched many videos, and I mean, for a year. I think I watched videos for a year before I decided to do or find out about knots and locks. And yes, I haven't had knots in my locks since October. I think it was October 13th or was it September? Let's see, this is September 13th, I think was the last time I had knots in my locks. And I want to tell you that it does take about 2 months for most of them to kind of like grow into the lock. Um, and I think I have one that may have had a double knot that I actually put in that is still kind of hanging out there on its own, has a little titty on it, for the lack of a better way of putting it. So yeah, but all the other, just about all the other knots, just about, not all of them quite, but most of them. So I'm gonna say, for my grade of hair, if anybody's considering getting knots in their locks, it takes 2 to 3 months for those knots to kind of grow into the locks. It doesn't happen overnight. So if you're getting reties every 6 weeks or what have you, like I'm even gonna say anything under 8 weeks, you're still gonna feel those knots in your locks. If you are spacing your um, reties out between 8, 12, 16 weeks, by the time it's time for you to get another retie, you're going to notice that those knots have started to um, um, mesh or meld into the lock. Now, I got to be very frank with you. I know nothing about Melissa Blake's technique. I know nothing about Tunisia Ali's technique. I was working with someone else. And then I had also met a woman who was doing her own knots in her locks. And so that was the thing that inspired me. But in my case, my hair does not grow thick enough to allow my locks, at least at this point. And I have noticed, even with this last retire, that I'm at 5 weeks will be Friday, November 15th. That'll be 5 weeks for me. And I don't see you know, I have, I'm gonna say I have about a half an inch to 3/4 of an inch of new growth. But what I have noticed, and I think this is what I wanted to tell you guys about, what I have noticed is one of the things that Sister Locks promotes is no oil or very little oil in your locks. I think there's a reason for that. Without knowing from a professional standpoint, I'm just going to talk to you from a layman standpoint. And this is a layman who does not know how to interlock her own locks. This is just all pure observation. But what I have noticed is that oil in your locks, like for instance, I still do use Camille Grove's hair grow grease. Now, it's not a heavy grease, it's a light grease, but once I put it on my scalp feels oiled, my locks are soft. Um, but I don't know. Is it, how can I put this? I think there's more marrying at the roots. The oilier the locks are, there is more marrying at the roots. So let me just say that. And so I was using G's anointed oil along with the um, the hair grow grease. And so I decided these last two times that I was putting oil on my scalp that I would use G's anointed oil. I like the results. Now, the oil on your scalps does not give you the softness of what the hair grows grease does. But what I think I've discovered through observation is your hair is not supposed to be soft. It's supposed to have a little roughness to it. Maybe not a lot, a little roughness. It's not supposed to feel oiled and moisturized, at least my hair. Now, I know there's some people's hair with who have hair a lot thicker than mine, who do a lot of moisturizing, a lot of spritzing, and a lot of spraying. I don't do that because I find that my hair, first of all, doesn't like water because it gets harder with water. Um, and that it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. Um, Oils on my hair don't work for me. Um, I find that whatever I do to my scalp is sufficient. But I think, and this is just my observation, ladies and gents, I think that my hair grows better with less oil. I think my locks look fuller with less oil. See, I've noticed some people online who they really moisturize and spritz and do a lot of wonderful things to their hair. And their hair looks rich and their hair looks alive and it looks great. Uh, I just think, I think this whole sister life journey really boils down to knowing the kind of hair you have and knowing what has worked for your hair in the past. Let me just mention, don't throw away the information you have about your hair before you started knotting because that's good information. That is good, reliable information. If you throw it away, you're going to do yourself a disservice. Everything that you have experienced with your hair is important. It is important, whether it is how it reacted when you were a loose natural, how it reacted when you died as a loose natural, how it reacted when you did a press and curl as a new loose natural, how it reacted when you permed before you started knotting locks. So all of that information is good information. Don't throw it away because it really does, I think, give you a good idea of how your hair operates under various circumstances and situations. And so I just want to encourage you today, explore, talk to your loctician, talk to your friends. But at the end of the day, this is your hair, and I know that, people who sometimes do your hair take ownership of it, and I think they should because I think that's wonderful for them to feel like, okay, I need to make sure this is my handiwork. I need to make sure I'm doing a good job. But at the end of the day, it's your hair, and I just want to say, be more proactive, be more assertive about your hair. Now, am I loving my hair? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I love my hair. Has it always performed like I wanted to perform and done what I wanted it to do? No, it has not. Like for instance, my hair has always, even before I became knotted locks, has always grown in layers. It's always grown in layers. And so as this hair, grows in layers, the top part has really taken the longest to grow. And so now that I'm starting to get hair that I can like kind of pull over to the side, because before it was like stopping right here, which looked a little funny. But so now it's, some of the hair is stopping right here. As you can see, like there's a little line of hair that comes over, and I like it. I like it. I think the fact that it's not all the same length kind of lends to the fullness of it. And then with my hair, ooh, that's an ashy elbow. Uh, with my hair, with my hair, I can go both sides, which I like because I do have the short top. I can have a couple of different uh, looks. But hey, listen, guys, I just want you to enjoy your life. Okay. Okay. I know, people are, living and dying on this hair, and they are tripping really about this hair, and methods and stuff. And even sometimes the sister law community, I mean, they are just tripping. But uh, listen, I turned 61 on Monday. Thank you. Happy birthday, me. Yay. I just think if I can't enjoy it, what's the point of doing it? And even when my hair didn't look like it does now, I have always enjoyed the journey because I made up my mind. I'm going to enjoy the journey and pick some people up and let some people go, and some people have let me go. And at the end of the day, I ain't mad at nobody, and I sincerely hope nobody's mad at me. Um, but life moves on. My life moves on, guys. Life moves on. We don't have to let ourselves be stymied by. Oh, let me see what time it is. By okay, I got a couple more minutes. We don't have to let ourselves be stymied by obstacles and challenges. We can move on. We can move on, and we can enjoy our life. Guess what? I want to tell you this, and I'm going to let you go. I signed up for this credit card, right? That gives you mileage. And so I have amassed 100. Well, it started with 80,000, and then from spending it, I've amassed 103,000, which is phenomenal, right? And so I was on the phone with Hilton because I had to go somewhere, and they said, "Okay, listen to this promotion for 500, blah blah blah." So I said, "Okay, great." So they sold me a deal where you got to listen to a timeshare for 2 hours, but it's in St. Martin. So I'm going to St. Martin in April for 5 days for, I think the trip was $620, which is like $1,000 off of what it would cost. And then with the 80,000 miles, the flight for me, my husband, and myself was only $200. Now we did some upgrades because we didn't want to sit cramped, so we spent an additional $300. But we're going to St. Martin for 5 days at a resort. We don't have to worry about gratuities. It's all been paid for $1,100. Okay, and it would have been 828 if I hadn't got the seat upgrade. So, look, am I loaded? No. I'm retired. I have a small coaching business. Um, I do like to travel to places where there are beaches, which I'm not traveling anywhere else again, unless I'm going to a beach. I went to France this year. It was great, but no beach. I went to Israel last year. Saw all that beautiful water, and guess what? We couldn't get it. I think I put my feet in water twice. It was so. It was traumatic. The year before that, I went to Santorini. I went to London. I went to Spain. I went to Rome. No water. So I've come to this conclusion. If I'm not going to be on somebody's beach, like chilling, I ain't going. So um, that's my St. Martin story. But listen, guys, hey, I hope to, talk to you through comments. Feel free to reach out on my website if you want to coach, if you like a coaching session. Very affordable, I might add. And yeah, enjoy your life. Enjoy your hair. Enjoy your journey. Life is short. Enjoy every day of it. Okay? All right. All right. When I can find my mouse, I'm going to sign out.